mes amis. That is all the French I had time to learn from Duolingo today. My name is Vince Keenan. I am the editor-in-chief of Noir City, the magazine of the Film Noir Foundation.
And I am Rosemary Keenan. I am a sometime contributor to Noir City magazine. Together we are Renee Patrick. We write mysteries set in classic Hollywood featuring legendary costume designer Edith Head.
Now, I know we have a lot of pass holders in the house, a lot of repeat customers, which is absolutely fabulous, but for the benefit of those of you who are joining us for the first time today, we would like to explain why you're not seeing Eddie Muller up here, why you are stuck with us. Eddie is delivering the keynote address right about now at the Hollywood Foreign Press Association's Reservation Summit.
Restoration.
Yes, Restoration Summit. Thank you.
That's why I'm here, really.
My prompter, ladies and gentlemen. And we would like to take a moment to break down Eddie's crazy weekend for you. If you were here yesterday, you got to see 2 restorations of Argentine films that were made by the Film Noir Foundation with generous support from the Hollywood Foreign Press Association. Eddie flew up here yesterday to show them to you.
And then at around 6 o'clock this morning, he flew down to LA for the Restoration Summit. He's been there all day. And then tomorrow morning, first thing, he's flying back up here because that's how much he cares about us.
Yes. That is pretty much this festival's big audience. So let him hear a little of that appreciation to all of us. Not too much because I don't want to. But fortunately, we have got 2 fantastic French films to show you this evening, kicking off with Le Doulos.
Or Finger Man. So you really can't have a French film noir day without Jean-Pierre Melville. You can, right? Yeah. Or Jean-Pierre Grumbach. He basically turned himself into an honorary American when he rechristened himself in honor of Herman Melville,
His favorite author.
Now, a lot of you probably know some Francophiles.
I think there are some here.
I dare say there are a ton here. Melville was what you might call an Americanophile, let's say.
I buy that. That's a word.
He loved American jazz, American cars, big American hats.
If you've ever seen a picture of it.
Yeah, but mostly he loved American crime films.
Now, Melville is, in many respects, the spiritual father of the French New Wave. He's not often credited as such. There are a couple of reasons for that. Partly it's because he was older than the directors in that movement. He was old enough to have fought in the French resistance during World War II. In fact, if you have not seen his movie Army of Shadows, which is about that period in his life, it was restored a number of years ago, absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Also, in many ways, compared to the Nouvelle Vague, he was kind of a traditionalist. As Rosemary said, he was obsessed with American crime films. He wanted to make French crime films, and he wanted to make them his way. And that DIY approach to filmmaking gave all of the French New Wave filmmakers a roadmap that they could follow. He was also very serious about mentoring other filmmakers, and the proof of that you will actually see in the credits for Le Doulos tonight. 2 directors who would go on to have very impressive international careers, worked on the film in different capacities. Volker Schlondorf and Bertrand Tavernier. Tavernier has spoken about how influential his time with Melville was for the rest of his career.
And the star of tonight's film, Jean-Paul Belmondo. Belmondo, who is still with us.
Amazingly, I think 89 years old.
86, I think.
86.
Yeah.
Again, my prompter.
So he broke in with 2 crime films, Classe 2 Risque, and of course, Breathless. Monique Hennessy plays Therese in this film. She was Melville's secretary, as in, Mr. Melville's office, may I help you? Like literally a secretary.
Yes.
And
just would throw her in to do scenes. She did, I think, 3 films with him.
And Belmondo wasn't too happy with this. It was a bone of contention between him and Melville because Belmondo felt like Melville spent more time getting the male actors cast and working with them. And when
These are very masculine films.
And when it came to the female roles, he would get non-professionals or he would get untested actresses. And Belmondo thought, well, this isn't really good for the film. And it's not that for me as an actor, I want somebody strong to play against.
And then, of course, the third member of the cast we want to talk about.
Serge Reggiani. So he's yeah.
The face on this man, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. He was a French and Italian, and he
also fought the resistance.
Yeah, and then he, after he was in films, he decided to remake himself. He became a singer, kind of interpreting the chanson in the style of Charles Aznavour. And then he turned himself into a successful painter. So he ended up with three different careers.
3 successful careers in the arts, which is amazing. I feel like nobody can muster up one anymore, and Serge found a way to get 3 of them. So hats off to him. I'm going to close this with a proviso that I heard Eddie deliver when he introduced his movie in San Francisco recently. He deliberately picked this film because it is the most challenging of all of Melville's films. This is a deep dive into the criminal code. These are characters who play their loyalties and their agendas close to the vest. What this means, especially if you haven't seen the movie before, there's going to be a moment, maybe 40 minutes or so in, where you might find yourself thinking, I have no idea what's going on.
You're going to throw up your hands. Wow.
I've seen this movie many, many times. I constantly get sucked into it, and there are always moments where I think, wait, what? I have to remind myself of what's going on. But this is also a film that is all about the third act. Everyone's cards will be turned over by the end of this film. All the actions will make complete sense. You will know exactly why everything happened, and you will have been taken on one hell of a ride.
Definitely.
So, let's begin.
Without further ado, lift it up.